Bonjour and welcome to another episode of Off Air with Gbemi and Toolz.
What's up, guys?
How you guys doing?
Oh, wait, hold on. This is for the person who said that they have an issue with the way I drape myself against the table. It's my table. Is it your house?
It's a bit of a shaky table.
Well, I'm just like...
If Petty was a person.
I'm sorry.
We have one person makes a comment about how Gbemi drapes herself. Gbemi's like, I'm gonna
like,
say
it
something.
is the weirdest thing. Like, she's like, oh, the way you drape yourself across the table.
Don't go and fall off the chair because me, I can't catch you. My back is painful.
Just saying. Oh, by the way, shout out to all the off-air gang people. Like, I went grocery shopping the other day and there were so many people like, off-air gang, off-air gang. I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for watching the show. I
was at the British High Commission for the Queen's birthday and some lady came up to me. She was just smiling and I'm like, hi.
Yeah, that happens.
Hi. And I'm just like, okay. You know, I forget people a lot. So I was like, oh, crap. I've met her before and I can't remember who she is and everything. And then she's like, oh, off-air gang. I'm like, oh, hi. You know. Shout
out to you guys. Yeah. Lots of people at the AMVCA as well said, they were off-air gang members. So thank you guys.
Feel free.
Should we have gang signs?
No.
Okay, no.
But feel free to come and say hello. We don't bite. Well, sometimes I do. So apparently, according to our, crew, I look like a dirty teacher, and Gbemi looks like a dirty student. Zeina said it. So Zeina said it. So I'm going to do my. Don't be naughty. Make sure you subscribe.
Oh, we didn't bring a king.
Oh wow.
We've got one in my butt. I'm just joking. Gbemi, do your student thing.
Do your student face.
This is what you do.
I'm not going to be part of this.
This is what you do. Have I been naughty, sir?
How do you do so much? That's a bit of a problem because you see, let's not even get into it. But it's okay.
No, we're not talking about underage students. No. It's
That's why Gbemi touches the table so much. I love language is physical touch.
Yeah.
Oh yes. And it's not my love language though.
Yeah,
but
that's
anyway,
what they said.
Anyway, you stupid guys last week. But anyway, shall we move on?
Yes.
Let us move on.
So the other day, I was on Obasanjo's internet, and called it Obasanjo. And then I see this clip from this young guy talking about, basically his name is Benito or something. He's basically Funke Akindele's stepson, son to her husband, JC. Right, and he goes on this spiel about how she's not who you think she is. I was watching that, I was like, okay, and then he was like, she's always yelling at people. Then he puts an insert, of her yelling at someone. I'm like, okay, and then he's like, and then she cheated on my dad, and but he also cheated. So, and I was like, okay, and then how is this our business? Like, whose kid is this? Like, where, like, he's only 16 years old, apparently. He's not too young for them to take his phone away from him or something. I just find it very troubling that this teenager keeps going on rants on social media, and I don't know, we don't live with them, so we don't know what's happening to discipline this person. But as you've given us this information, whether it is true or not, how is it my business?
It looks like they're trying to, when I say they, him and his mom was the person that posted the picture of Funke and JJC's kids.
Can she be sued for that?
I feel that if it was possible, it would have happened now. And I didn't. Somebody told me, it was so weird. I was at an event and somebody said, "Oh my gosh, did you hear about this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, I didn't." And they proceeded to tell me what was going on. And I remember because we had, I think my son and Funke Akindele's kids, we both had our kids around the same time. So I saw her at an event not long afterwards, and one of the first things she said to me is that she's never ever posting them on social media. She said she's never ever ever, and she hasn't done that. So to have somebody else do that, I was pissed off for her, because I was like, okay, fine, you have your issues, but do not let your issues taint the kids. You don't need to do that. So I was very upset on her behalf. But I'm sure if there was a way for her to sue, it would have happened now. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, you know, he has a mission to quote unquote expose her. I don't know what is gonna happen after that mission, but unfortunately for him, I don't think a lot of people are taking him seriously.
Another thing is, you have to understand, again, he's a child, you know, so he doesn't quite understand. In life, there's some people that you come against and nothing will happen. Not because it's supernatural or anything, it's just because of what. Okay, I'll give you an example. I can't give this example on camera. But basically, well, I'll give you talking. But anyway, basically, someone was saying, I'll give you an example. Someone was saying, that they were sure that a particular popular actor probably has mistresses and girlfriends and stuff like that, and they wonder why there's been no scandal or nobody has come out to say anything. And then I don't whisper anything to me. And then I said, but this person is so loved.
I know who it is.
That anybody that comes out to say anything, people will be like, and then, not necessarily that is right, but there's some people that they've reached a certain level in their career that, okay, unless they've
paid their dues, basically.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Like, and it's not as if they're right all the time or anything. It's just that, who are you coming out to?
They've
unless you're a heavyweight.
They built such a solid reputation
and fan base.
So this person, they might be Cancerian, maybe. Anyways, but think about it this way. It's like, look at the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce scandal. Solange pimp slapped Jay-Z. But because it's Beyonce, if it was anybody else, maybe, I don't know if their careers would have been over, but it would have really just been, it was massive news. But they just kind of, you know, shrugged it off and kept moving. So I think for certain people, once you have built, I think it's more the brand. Once you've built a very, very solid brand, it kind of makes, you're kind of like Teflon. A lot of things just, you know, slide off, which it's not a good thing, because there's some people that have unfortunately, you know, used that whole, you know, premise to get away with a lot of shit in the past. You know, there've been people that, I mean, if you just look at the UK, for example, a lot of these presenters that worked on kids shows, they've come out, you've later found out that they're, you know, pedophiles and everything. And Jimmy Savile, for example, he even had a title. He had like a title, and everybody knew Jimmy Savile. And then after he died, you know, you found out that he was doing, you know, some horrible, horrible things. So I get what Gbemi's saying. It's not always right, but it does happen. So I guess Gbemi's saying that, you know, Funke Akindele is like Teflon.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff. For example, when the whole COVID thing happened, and apparently she had, they were filming or something, and then I think they had a party or something, and then the next thing you know, she was charged to court and everything. People thought, oh my God, this is going to be the end. End of what?
Anyways, let's see what happens with this young. Let's see what happens with this young man. Let's see if he, you know, decides to. I just don't like it. It's very cringe. It makes me cringe.
I think that people just need to keep their family business and their personal business off social media. I mean, you've seen the one of the dancer and her ex or husband fighting back and forth and slinging mud back and forth. At the end of the day, it's just both of you that look bad. You know, it's not. And so a lot of times I feel like when someone comes out to like kind of attack you on social media, the best thing to do is just ignore. Don't say a thing, because then that person looks foolish.
And I always say this. So if you are, you know, if you have a family that you put on, you know, social media regularly, if you have a relationship that, you know, whatever, you need to realize that at the end of the day, it is entertainment. Your what's it called, online in-laws or whatever, they don't really care that much. They just, you know, as long as they're entertained, that's it. So no one really cares. So if you want, you can hang all your dirty laundry. People might just be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you went through this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you went through that. And then afterwards they move on. They move on to the next thing that's entertaining. Nobody is going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. Here, take a hug, take this. Not even a hug. So it's just entertainment, really. So yeah. Anyways, all right. Something else I saw on Obasanjo's internet So I saw this and then I was like, oh, this can't be true. This shit can't be true. You know, people make stuff up, like make up scenarios just so they'll trend. And I now posted it on my page and I was like, is this real or do people actually make this stuff up? And a lot of people were like, this actually happened. So apparently this young lady was very, very upset because she demanded for, is it shawarma and ice cream from her man friend.
How old is she? 14?
I don't know. And she was upset that he hadn't brought it. And the conversation on WhatsApp she says, I'm really trying. That's why I just asked for data. So I'll be calm. But it's hard because whenever it comes to you doing something for me, there's always an excuse. Like since I started being with you, honestly, I know what I deserve. I'm not in for struggle love. I don't like, hold on a second. I don't like suffering for anything. Since I've dated anyone, I always get anything I want when I want it. I didn't even know it can be like this. I can't buy my cream. I can't make my hair. Can't get my friends a gift. Can't go out. And I'm in a relationship. Let me do the voice. And I'm in a relationship. I feel like when I was single, I was better off. Because if I'm single, I can collect from other guys. But because I came to love you, I can't cheat on you. I can never cheat. But honestly, I've been understanding for 2 months. 2 good months. But look at me. Kasim, I'm a babe. I'm a proper babe. The only money I have is from my daddy. I can't be in a relationship and a man can't provide. I love you, but I deserve better. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I feel it's the best thing for both of us because I'm tired. Kasim, I'm tired. I can't be the man that can't provide my needs. Honestly, it's over. We are done. We can be friends. But no, I deserve better relationship. So as from now, you are single. You are very single. You can do anything you want. First of all,
Kazim is doing Thanksgiving as we speak because
Kazim should be doing Thanksgiving because he just escaped from a marine spirit. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what? Honestly, I understand wanting to be, spoiled to a certain extent in your relationship, but relationships are not poverty alleviation schemes. If you cannot buy yourself shawarma, what the fuck are you in a relationship for?
No, shawarma is for
data, do you understand? I just didn't like the way it was kind of like you're dating. That for me is setting down a full and proper foundation for a transactional relationship.
But you do know that is the order of the day in Nigeria. I came back and I remember, moving back and guys would want to see me and I didn't want them coming to my house because I didn't want my parents getting excited. I mean, this is somebody I'm just getting to know. So I didn't want them to think, oh, husband has come. Do you understand? So I'm like, okay, so let's go somewhere. And then the guy would be like, oh, and I didn't have a car at that point. And the guy would be like, oh, just take a cab and I'll pay your cab. And I used to look like, because where I was coming from, that was not a conversation. That didn't used to happen. So I was just like, did I ask you? Did I tell you that, I didn't have money for my transport fare? And so apparently it's a thing where if you're supposed to go in Nigeria, apparently if you're supposed to meet up with a guy and he's inviting you out on a date, he's supposed to at least provide your transport fare or come pick you or something like that. So it's a vicious cycle, okay?
It is.
Because it is you want to date me, what can you do for me? What are you going to buy me? And then the guys too are also saying, you want me to take you out? When are you going to open your legs though? I mean, it's not long ago that comedians used to make jokes like this on stage at shows saying, I took this babe out. I bought her ice cream. I bought her shawarma. I bought her 3-piece, whatever. I took her to boutique. She picked this. And then we came back to the house and it was time to sleep with her. And she said, no, she's on her period. And then they'll make a rape joke.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because it's the society. It's what's happening.
Thankfully, that has reduced. Thankfully, it has reduced, but we still need to do some work on it.
There's a lot happening, and I saw people, defending this. And even in one of my group chats, some people were defending her behavior, and I said, "There's nothing wrong with wanting gifts from your man and all that, and wanting to be spoiled. At the same time, you can't make your hair because your boyfriend didn't give you money. Then you have no business being in a relationship."
Why are you even talking about that one? You know the one that floored me? Her saying that I can't get my friend a gift. And I was just like, what the hell is going on?
Is it his friend or your friend?
Do you understand? So honestly, it might be funny, but then I think that this is the basis of a very, very bad relationship, because he is going to think, okay, you know what? I am basically an ATM to you. And I just feel that for you to have those principles, you're really, really limiting yourself in what you can offer, what you have, because you're just saying, okay, you know what? I'm a fine girl. I'm a babe. Give me money. And you know what? People like that, they're interchangeable. He can, as much as you're fine, as much as you're a babe, there's always going to be somebody that's finer than you. There's always going to be somebody that's going to be the hottest. So if you guys have been in a relationship, he's giving you everything. He's bought, giving you money so you can buy a gift for your friend, giving you money so you can buy like a dozen shawarmas or whatever. If you give yourself that label, that also means that you're saying that you are very, very, he can change you. You're interchangeable, because at the end of the day, you're just focused on the fact that I'm a fine girl, you're in a relationship with me, you need to give me money. That's it. That's pretty much what you're saying.
And it sets the stage for control. I feel like at some point, a guy feels like, okay, well, I'm giving you money to the extent of, you can't even do your hair unless I give you money. You can't even, I guess, get on the internet unless I give you money for data. So therefore, I can give you money and then start to control you and say, sit here, don't go here, don't speak to Ashake, your friend, I don't like her, don't do this. Do you understand?
And like, that happens a lot. Something else I heard, someone told me that there's certain guys, they will give you everything. They will give you like, oh, you want a new car, no problem. You want this, no problem. And they give you everything, and they know that you're going to stay with them no matter how badly they treat you, because they've given you everything. There was somebody that I was talking to somebody, and she was telling me about one of her friends who was with a guy, and he literally was just giving pure trash trenches behavior. And she was like, where's she going? Do you know how many cars are in her compound? Do you know how many houses they have? Where's she going? And she didn't leave him. Because literally she had, she wanted to go out. There were about 6 different cars she could pick from. She was traveling here to go and do shopping, Paris, London, and everything. So he gave her everything, and he kind of almost locked her into that lifestyle, knowing that, you know what, she wouldn't want to leave, because that lifestyle is everything to her. So yeah, it sucks. But honestly, as women, we need to do better. The people that are agreeing, saying, but that's what, no. You should be able to do the basics yourself. I don't think the only person I've asked, and it was even a joke, like, oh, my hair, I think it was my husband. And it was a joke, because I'm just like, before I met you, I was doing my hair. Before, so why am I...
A lot of people will argue and say, well, both of you are saying this because you are from privileged homes, or you have money, this and that. I remember I used to, tweet about stuff like, you can do things by yourself, right? You don't have to wait for your boyfriend or whoever to do it. And they're like, hey, you're just talking because you're privileged, this and that.
So relationship is like charity.
Yeah, they're like,
that's why I said it's not a poverty alleviation.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I think I said something about, I don't know how to, like, some babes have no shame. Like, they'll ask for anything from any guy, even guys you just met. And I said, even when I was earning 5,000 naira, I remember I was a youth corps member. My salary was 7.5 from youth corps, from the job. And I think then I was also working at a radio station, and the salary there was 5K. And even with that, I never asked anybody for money. And people were jumping over hoops, trying to say, but you lived with your parents. But you did it. Okay. Some of these girls are also living with their parents and are still demanding and asking. And it's not that. And that's why also guys feel like, I don't have to be a decent human being. All I have to do is make that money so I can deal with any woman that I want. Let her just be fine. Let her just be a certain spec. But I'll just, she's not money.
It's like you said. It's basically a vicious cycle. We have women that meet men, and literally the ones that really, really embarrass me, or the ones that when I hear the stories, I'm just like, oh my gosh, do you have no pride in yourself? When I hear that, a lady's met a guy, and within a week, she's asking for shit like rent. She's asking. I'm just like, what the fuck is it, really?
Once they say, they say, okay, once that is a thing. Now, once a babe says hi on social media, and you go and be foolishly saying hi, and you go, how are you? And she goes, I'm not fine, no. They said, they said, before she even said anything, you used to say, me too, I'm not fine. They start complaining about money immediately, and then she'll leave you alone.
Have a broke story.
You know what you guys should do? When she start, just don't even respond. Just put the person as like a spam account or something. Report them to Instagram. That's what you need to do. But yeah, those ones really, those really embarrass. Those stories really embarrass me. Any of my guy friends, if they were to say to me that, oh, I met this girl and like about a week later she was asking for money, I would say run. Likewise, any of my girlfriends, if they met a guy and within a week he was like, oh, you know, I would say the same thing, run.
First. That's usually like Lagos boys, their style. They'll take you to dinner, somewhere expensive, and they'll start forming activity. Like, shit. Oh, I was gonna
do you know, good luck. God bless the guys that met me and thought that, oh, she's from a thingy family. And you don't know, my fist is like this. It's like this. Ijebu, hey. As you're lifting this finger's closing back. Nothing. There was somebody that tried it and I was just like, okay, all right, okay. And I was just thinking, what the hell? So yeah, I just think that's just disgusting behavior. It's just one vicious cycle. And like Gbemi said, if, you know, ladies, if you meet a guy and you're literally just all about give me money, he's going to think, you know what, all I need to do is give her money and I can treat her how the fuck I want. I'm swearing. There needs to be a swear jar. I'm swearing a lot, aren't I? Okay, sorry.
It's cool.
Yeah, I'm just, you know. Before oh my gosh, the day my kids find this, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'll be like, don't swear. But mommy, you said fuck. I'll be like, that was French.
Guy gets a clip and say, this you?
And you know, kids are so quick with, you know.
I'm grown. I can say, you're not grown.
No, I'm big. Anyways, all right. So because we love you all so much and we don't like it when, you know, you send us fan mail and we forget to read it. So we're going to try and do more fan mail, like more often. So this is from, I don't think I'm supposed to say their name. And the email reads like this. Do I have unrealistic emotional expectations? So I read this and it made me laugh a little bit. But here goes. I can't understand how people say that when you're in a relationship, your partner shouldn't be responsible for your happiness. Should I be in an emotional crisis where I need my partner and still feel alone? My relationship is more than 6 months now, and recently I was in an emotional crisis about a family issue, which I shared with him. One of those days, it was bad, very, very bad. I didn't want to sleep alone and I needed to be with this person. I went over to his place and I was just in an off mood. He managed to get me talking and afterwards he was just quiet. He was only saying, and okay. And then the room was quiet for a while. The next thing, I heard him lightly snoring. Granted, it was late because I got to his place around 12, but I was still pissed at him for sleeping off. He started being defensive about it that he can't control his sleep because he won't intentionally want to sleep off of me when I'm feeling that way, blah, blah. That isn't even the problem. My problem is that I went to my person for comfort, to be held and to be told everything will be fine, and ultimately for them to be there for me, but he didn't do any of that. I still felt very alone being with him and it didn't change. People always say don't have expectations from men, but is it even normal to not have expected a shoulder, a hug, care and warmth from him in that moment, or am I just asking for too much? Ladies, please tell me. You know what? Gents! This one is really echoing. Gents! 12 o'clock in the night. It's the middle of the night.
I'm tired now. I'm fucking tired.
No, but wouldn't it have been nicer to say,
babe, I'm tired.
Come.
He said,
Come.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to my chest and tell me everything fair. Could I not say you are tired?
yeah, I'm tired. And,
But
we can catch up. In
This just brought back memories of something. I remember I was seeing someone. He said I could come over. So I get there, and within like 15 minutes that I got there, he already said he was tired anyway. But it was in the middle of the day. And next thing you know, this fellow fell asleep. And I was very pissed. Like, so I drove all the way here to watch you sleep. I mean, you're fine, but really. So I'm like, okay, well, I should just leave. But then I remember that this person had like 8 dogs. And me and dogs, like, if it's not my dogs, and they were different. And the dogs were roaming about the compound. So I was stuck. I was so upset because I was like, so do I get up? So do I leave this person to sleep? Because what I wanted to do was you wake up and you will not find me there. But I couldn't now leave in annoyance because the whole of Bingo and Snoop Doggy Dogg were outside. So for God's sake. So yeah.
Okay, so I get what she's saying. Obviously, you know, Dio and TK like, oh, he's tired. Yes. But you know what? I've realized that there's certain expectations that we as women sometimes have of men. and it doesn't enter. It just doesn't.
It doesn't enter.
It's like it's basically like trying to pour water on a coconut having it go in. So it's like it's almost like you have to, you have to kind of balance it, because there's some guys that I know. Like, I was just speaking to a friend, and she just complains about how emotionally dense her partner is. And they've been together for a while.
And that's her partner.
They've been together for a while. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, he's not a horrible person, but it's just that he's just dense. Just dense. I don't know what other word I can use.
So how did he become her partner then?
I feel like guys try at the beginning. They try at the beginning. So if this was like maybe the first month of them dating and everything, he would be like, oh my gosh, should I buy you ice cream? Okay, come, let me give you a hug and everything. But when they find that they've gotten you, they get comfortable. And then you know what they think? They kind of think, oh yeah, fine, we'll talk about it tomorrow. And that's probably what happened. So I get her feeling upset. I completely understand it. And I feel that that's actually not unrealistic. And you'll find that if the situation was flipped, she would not fall asleep. No. She would not fall asleep.
I think it's because we're nurturers. Like, I think
who made us nurturers?
I know the world.
Who made us? Who made us?
The world.
But it's not
biology.
biology.
The thing is that when you're not like that, these men also have
yes.
They get really irritated that you're not woman enough.
You're not. Why are you so cold?
Like,
why are you so cold?
What's that mean?
So, but let me ask you guys, why are you guys so?
Dayo, you don't care. You like cold
Dayo,
women?
TK.
I'm not. Are you free?
Wait, Dayo. Why are guys emotionally dense?
I can't say for all the emotionally dense
Okay,
guys.
why are you emotionally dense?
Yes, why are you
emotionally dense?
You sure?
You said you're tired, so she was very upset about
this wasn't about sleep. You can't fight sleep. You
can fight sleep.
You try.
No.
That's all the was in fighting.
Okay, so if he was tired, why didn't he say, okay, you know what, babe, I'm really tired. It's not that he probably did. She didn't say that he said it.
But
so it's not like I'm not listening to you.
It's
not like I'm not listening to you. I had a crazy day at work. I'm really tired. But you know what?
He didn't plan the sleep. He didn't.
Of course, he didn't plan it. But it's like, okay, I understand what she's saying, because she was very, very upset about something. She was kind of distressed about something, and you expect your partner to be there for you. Like me, if I
Baby's been very quiet.
Like me, if I clash with somebody, I'm expecting my partner to be like, okay, are we rolling? What are we doing? Do you understand? That's what I expect, because that's what I would do for you. 8 p.m. Do you understand? You're a fool. I didn't say you're a fool. Okay, Gbemi, what do you?
Gbemi, you just Gbemi, what's up though?
I think that, look, I understand why she should be upset.
Are you the only tired person in this country? So she doesn't want to sleep. If not for the distress she was experiencing, she wouldn't want to sleep.
Well,
go on.
Okay, I understand that she was upset and she was pouring out her heart, and this guy fell asleep. It's funny.
Niggas a sleeper.
But look, man's is tired. Okay, now see. The part where she needs to be getting worried if this is a regular occurrence, then you leave this person with his sleeping disorder ass.
It's 6 months. It's 6 months. If there's certain things that you're experiencing and it's very, very early on in the relationship and they bother you and you guys are not like 15, 16 or whatever, then there's a good chance that that's who the person is. Not saying people can't change, but you also need to think about, okay, these things that bother me, what if the person can't change? There's people that want to change, but there are people that just find it very incredibly difficult to change. So if this bothers you, and like when we said, if it happens often, then you
have to address it, or I guess if the person not ready to make an adjustment, then you move. But I feel like
I would get upset about that.
Of course I'd be upset, but at the end of the day, what's she gonna do? Shake him and say, but listen to me.
Why would I not wake you up?
Shake him up.
I would wake him up.
That is very selfish.
I think you can wake him.
I would wake him up.
But not in a violent like that.
No, I wouldn't pour hot water on him or something, but I would wake him up.
Such an extremist.
No, because you guys make it seem like, waking them up is like a violent thing. I would wake him up.
I think I can wake him up. You're talking to him and
I
feel like it's an accident. He didn't sleep off.
He didn't sleep off. But once I say, you should have gotten it. That means she was just talking. She was not paying attention to the
non-stop.
What? She's selfish.
She has a lot going on. That's probably why
she has.
Okay, I have a question now. So he slept, and whatever was bothering her, did she die? Was it a life and death situation?
But no. You don't know if this was a case of, oh my gosh, this person like, you know, tried to run me off the road, traffic, and he
fell
slept
asleep.
off.
I will slap you.
No.
Wake up. Come on.
You see,
but that's different. But I was just
no. But she said this was like a family thing, and it was like very bad. It was very, very bad. So we don't know what it is. So it's not. It might not even be money. But think about it. This is something that, in her opinion, it was very, very bad, and she needed her partner to be there to comfort her. And he didn't. He fell asleep. So I would wake you up if I was telling you about what happened, like on a Netflix movie that I watched or whatever, and he fell asleep. I'll pinch you, but I'll let you sleep.
That's me, man.
I'll let you sleep. You know, I'm the kind of. Did you hear what I said? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? But the thing is, as much as, you know, you guys are laughing, let it be reverse. Like, let it be my partner telling me something, and I'm like, hey, you wake me up.
Exactly. I'll wake you up. Like,
it's just like I found that it's not, you know, it's not always balanced. Like, for example, for if you look at a couple now, and the man is sick. When the man is sick, you have to, like, there was somebody that I was dating that I got called, like, you need to come, and he's saying he's going to die. He's saying he's going to die. And I'm like, what happened? He has malaria. I'm like, okay. I left freaking where I was, drove. Okay, I didn't drive. But still, I was in traffic for like a good few hours, got there, and, you know, myself, I think I'm going to die. And I'm just like, will you man the fuck up? It's malaria. You're fine. So, you know, no, but I was still there. I still had to do everything. I still had to, like, oh, here, eat your food. This is going to take your medication and everything. But let the situation be reversed. You okay? You good? You could be, like, breaking out in a fever. You know those fever sweats? You good? All right.
Who does that?
No, I feel like the way guys respond, I feel the way guys respond to, like, in that situation, a guy wants to be, you know, the way guys can be, you know, they might have like a little bit of a cold, they might have a bit of a flu, but they're completely oh my gosh. But with us, we're not really extended the same, you know, it's almost like, you got a cold, you got malaria, but you're good, you still can, you know.
Can we come back to the factory?
No, but he said it, but I think, like he said, she's correct. It's society, and it's even from your parents.
Yeah.
I remember being ill. I had just had a miscarriage. I'm in the hospital, and my mom was telling my husband, oh, if you have to go to work, you know, go to work, or I'm here with her, wanting. And he was like, oh, no. And, you know, I'll give him credit. He stayed. He slept there. Do you understand? Until I left the hospital. And then when we were alone one day, I ripped into her, like, don't do that. I said, because if the roles were reversed, you will never tell me to go home, to go to work, oh, that you are here. You'll be like, you're the wife. You're supposed to be there. But because it's a guy, you're telling him to go. I was like, please don't do this. Don't do it again. And I feel like it's not their fault. That's also how they were taught. Yeah, so sometimes I have to tell my mom, nope, you can't do that. Nope. No. No, as in we talk, and I'm like, no. Like the other day, she said something like, oh, so talking to my daughter, and then she said, oh, your daddy's house. I said, your parents' house. It's your parents' house, not your daddy's house.
I do that to my kids. I was like to my son, whose house is this? It's like, my daddy's house. It's like, no, it's
your
my
parents' house.
It's my house too.
You know, because at the end of the day, they erase you from the, it's not like, oh, let me go to, when they say, oh, my husband's house. It's our house. We built this house. It's our house.
Anyways, I think this is for this season. I think this is our episode on learning nonsense. On learning nonsense.
When you're sleeping.
You guys might laugh. You guys might laugh, but I will tell you this: when you're in a relationship, okay, granted they've just been dating for 6 months. That's not like really, really long. But when you're in a relationship, something that is important to you. Just because it's important to you, it should be something that your partner also respects. Yes. So it could be, she could be complaining that, wait 1 second, she could be complaining that, oh my gosh, she had like, it could be like she had an argument with her sister, blah, 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 blah. But maybe that relationship that she has with her sister is really one of the most important relationships in her life. So when something is wrong with that relationship, it really distresses her. So that is why if it's important to her, it should be important to you. Be sleeping.
No.
Be sleeping.
I've
kicked somebody in the bed before.
I know a lot of women that have come from the other side of this argument that because it's your problem, don't fix it yourself.
No, it shouldn't. It should be it should be vice. It should be vice
But first
versa.
of all, you guys are not even as expressive as we are.
I'm expressive.
The kind of problems you guys.
And then they shot me that I gotta get out.
Yeah, but it made you talk less.
Like what Toolz said,
Yes,
man up.
That's what I'm saying. It's wrong.
Wait, I think we're cancel.
It's wrong. That's what we're saying now. It's wrong. What kind of problems you guys talk about is car problems.
How dare
Why not? Yeah. You guys are gonna be telling us, oh, I'm so pissed right now, like this new car. That's what I'm telling you. But it's important to you guys.
Yeah.
So if I tell you that my
you
shoe
know.
is hurting me and you're like, it's just a, you're about to say just a shoe, it's not just a shoe. Then
you
looked, you did like yes.
I was listening to you.
It's my problem. I agree with Toolz. Like, let's just make room and listen to each other.
Thank you.
Yes.
Your cars are important, my shoes are important.
It's all about communication. So just because it's true.
Drink lots of coffee.
Why are you laughing?
You say drink lots of coffee.
Yeah, when she comes in.
If you're tired, then it will be, you know what, babe, let's go for dinner tomorrow and we can talk about it. The thing, and also let me teach you guys something else. Sometimes are you
I'm listening. I'm in student mode.
Shay, you dey whine me. You dey whine me. You know I'm on medication right now. So,
You guys,
I'll just forget
real medication,
everything.
by the way.
Real medication. I spray my back. Anyways, so basically,
Baby say
sometimes she doesn't want. Actually, let me not say she. Sometimes if a person's venting, they don't want you to come up with a solution. They just want you to listen. They just want you to. So you need to also understand: is your partner coming to you and venting because they want you to, give a solution, or do they just want you to be like, man, I can't believe it. That Tayo is such a bitch. All of those things. So you need to, you need to understand. You need to understand. But yes, stop
you guys
sleeping.
are really not.
I have a question. How did you sprain your back?
It wasn't, please. I've been.
Toolz, her back is blown out.
It's not that. It's not that, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Oh, if I mention with that family, was that kiki?
This is the first time.
Whatever.
I've in 5 seasons that I've mentioned your boo. Okay.
Whatever. It wasn't like that.
Every season you've been calling.
I was working out.
Yeah.
And something happened.
That's what they call it.
Anyway. So the medication I'm on is quite strong. It's quite strong.
Man, she's on the roll right now. Baby's on the roll.
Baby is just filthy. Why is it that you could only injure yourself during sex? Why?
I didn't even say sex. I just asked you.
You insinuated that it was sex.
Both of you could be working out together.
Whatever.
On top of each other.
Whatever. Anyways.
Aye, Captain.
Can we just say, you guys remember, you take note of today.
First time.
Take note of today.
No, but this is
see,
but this is why I always say that when I want to do my own back, I will do it back. I waited for 5 seasons. What? Yeah.
Just take note of this episode.
Just letting you know.
I would, first of all, I'm double jointed. So we don't get injured
but you're also 30 plus. So congratulations to Blossom as he gets married again. This is his second marriage. What I don't understand is why there's a lot of noise concerning the person he's getting married to. I don't even know her name. I don't think she's in the industry. She's not in the industry.
I don't think so. She's a pastor.
Yeah.
Woman of God.
And people are ripping into her and saying all sorts of things about her age and why is it your business what her age is, or some people were comparing her to the first wife and then the first wife is allegedly kicking at it.
Yeah.
Why?
My thing is, why are we obsessed by older brides? Because if you think about it, so in the last sort of few weeks, Rita Dominic got married, Kemi Adetiba got married, and people are just like, oh my gosh. And literally so many, like, I feel that Rita Dominic and Kemi, they both looked so beautiful.
Yes.
But I just didn't understand why a lot of blogs, a lot of people that were reporting, they felt the need to mention their ages. I'm like, bottom line is they found people that they want to spend forever with. They look happy. They look content. That is it. Why do you need to mention their age?
What I don't understand is, okay, so they kept hammering on Rita's age, and then somebody said, you know, can you guys stop mentioning her age? The person she's getting married to is quite a bit older than she is. Nobody's mentioning his age, you know. Another guy is a public figure, you know, industry leader. He got married, I think, 49. Nobody mentioned, we didn't even know that he was that age. Nobody was writing ridiculous threads talking about, oh, delay is not denial. Shut up. How about that? You think you are doing something by saying, oh, you know, ladies, just wait. God is in control. Shut up.
What's that song again? Jehovah, carry me go.
Jehovah, carry me go.
My husband.
It was literally trained.
Oh my gosh, that made me so sad.
Sad.
I laughed first and I was like, actually, that is, you know, that is sad. One day.
That somebody actually, that people actually went to night vigil for? Was it night vigil?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is a song.
So
you should be
sad.
singing. I've never seen anywhere in
where the men are singing.
Yeah, or I've never seen anywhere where they, you know, they've put so much pressure, or should I say so much, I don't know what word to use, on this husband's house. Yeah. Shouldn't you be at a revival or at a night vigil or whatever to pray for maybe the redemption of your soul, maybe that you get to heaven, paradise, whatever it is, whatever version it is in your religion, but not husband's house?
It's a society thing. There's still a lot of pressure. There's still a lot. Like, I was shocked and I've mentioned this before, I was shocked that people treated me differently when I got married. It's almost like, aha, you now deserve proper respect. And I was furious.
No, I mean,
I was furious at that.
I had a friend who said, this friend, you know, very talented. She was a lawyer, she was a writer, she released an album, she acted, she did so many fantastic things. And she said, I've done all these things, I've won so many awards, but I was not celebrated the way I was celebrated when it was time for my wedding. Like, it was like, oh my God, this is it. And she was like, why?
We could have this conversation for 50 million years. I know, right? On that note, we'll bid you farewell. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, make sure you share. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about Real Housewives of Lagos. You know, one of my funniest moments from the last episode was when Caroline goes, I'm a working class woman. I nearly fell off my chair. Anyway.
See now. Hi, I'm Gbemi.
Hi, I'm Toolz. If you absolutely love that episode,
make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's just right there. You're not going to die, we promise. Just click right there. Just click.
Press the button.
Thank you.
Press it.
Subscribe.
Press
Tell
it.
your family and friends
Press
too.
the button.
Thank you.
Bye.
Keep safe.